Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Kakadash, double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to Archeum, pushing his word in sincerity and truth. This is your brother Yasad, back at you with another lesson in 35 to spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai. Yeah, and hey, as we have been saying, concerning the MOTV, that many moves have been in the making, because we know there's a technological warfare taking place amongst these nations for who would come up with the best technology that may be used to to, to, to run the entire system, because this is a big investment, because they know soon the world is actually going down into that era, as spoken of by Elon Musk. You know that soon everyone is gonna have to be chipped. Alright? Let's say if you are referring to microchips and semiconductors in general, dozens of countries are currently aiming to boost, build, or onshore their semiconductor manufacturing capabilities. This widespread effort is largely driven by global supply chain disruption and the critical role microchips play in technologies ranging from automotive manufacturing to artificial intelligence. So basically, fair use. You know, this here is not for no medical misinformation or anything. It's just for edification. Let's say the largest government-backed initiative driving semiconductor production include United States, backed by 52 billion CHIPS Act to expand domestic manufacturing and research. China striving for major self-sufficiency, backed by 150 plus billion national IC fund. European Union mobilizing the European Chips Act to mobilize over 43 billion across member states. Japan invested in its semiconductor strategy with upwards of 70 billion in commitments. India, BRICS, because everyone having their their you know their investments out, right? Because that is gonna be the future. When you go to the central bank in Trinidad, it give a display at the different trades that you know that past and is to come. And right now we in the era, the cash, the credit cards, and the last was a microchip as a small grain of rice with a syringe next to it, you know. And that is it is basically prophecy in itself. Okay, here it is China making a breakthrough, and mentioning, is like their device is more capable than the US. You know, China approved Neo, the world's first commercial brainchip, beating Neuralink to market in 2026. Because again, the scriptures say that the devil is about to come down with great wrath, because you know yet but a short time. Because these big countries, they understand that this is the era that they're gonna step into. So same thing like when the C-1 was here, all these countries investing and coming up with the cures, because it's a business, is great trade and money involved. So they know if they invest and they make a breakthrough, and say they invested a couple $1 billion, when their technology able to be used, they're gonna profit in a major scale. And I'd say what China actually approved new is a coin-sized titanium implant built by neuro, Neurical Technology and Tsinghua University. Its 8 sensors rest on the brain's protective membrane and read movement signals. Why it beat Neuralink? Neuralink chip pierces the brain. Neo sits on top, lowering surgical risk. Right, so it's still going under your skin as shown, but you know, as I see here, it basically sitting on top of the brain. But there is still an insertion that needs to be done under your skin. You know, it's a strong state backing, fast track approval, while Neuralink stays in US trial. Right. Yeah. The displays two difference here, which is the US trial, where it is a bit, you know, engraved and these little, you know, like tentacles in and down into the brain, whereas China is resting and these little like tentacles, which is sensors basically, resting on the brain. You know what this really means. Approved in March 2026 for paralyzed patients aged 18 to 60. One man wrote his name again after 6 years. This is medicine, not mind reading sci-fi yet. Yeah, because they're going back into devils working miracles. Because they're gonna come with that unto the people. Right? We share major breakthroughs that are happening around the world. New. You know? Yeah, because it's all going back into that prophecy, Revelation 13 and 6, Revelation 13 and 16. That's why when you go into the word again, as we always bring out, you're going into that word karagma. Let's see. 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right, and when you're going into that word mark, karagma, a stamp, an imprinted mark, and mark branded upon horses, thing carved, because they're gonna have to carve, make an incision into your flesh, right, in order for them to be able to place it under your skin. A etching, a scratch, a stamp. Think about it, when you get a scratch on your skin, you see that it bleeds. Or when you get etching, when something scrapes you or scratch you or etch you, blood comes out. Right? As a badge of servitude, because that was gonna be a token, you serving the system. that you are part of the system. Right? Yeah, mate. The prophets out here warning as we do. But the scripture says the Lord set watchmen upon the house of Jerusalem that will not hold the peace day or night. So as we look on into the news and all the, the things that happen around the world, we cross-reference the scriptures, step by step. Every move that they making, hey, we exposing it and shedding light onto the people, right? Yeah, we are allowing the people to have eyes to see what's actually taking place, you know. Um, yeah, because this is what the system is ultimately gonna lead to, right? And there's nothing you could do to stop it. Isaiah 36:6, Lord, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed, because they're gonna come with the system crashing, right? Things are looking well, high inflation, cost of living getting high, scarce of food, so they're gonna try to break the system to bring oppression upon the people, on Egypt or on the man lean, because they're gonna put in a state of, desperacy. You're gonna be desperate, right? Where what you're gonna because they that don't know Yahweh Hashem Yeshua, they're gonna have a lean. They're gonna have no choice but to go to them. It will go into his hand. And this is what you're talking about, and pierce it. So it's either it is in your hand or in your forehead. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. But that what the rulers of the world have prepared. Job 16:11, because the Lord is going to allow it to execute his master plan. I was at ease, but he had broken me asunder. Yeah, so the time when they were implementing these things, it was a little bit stable. You could have work, you could have provide for your family, pay your bills. So when they come down with this at the end, hey, it broke you asunder. Lost a job, food started to get scarce, you reached a state in dire need. He had also taken me by the neck. He had also taken me by my neck. Which is basically a state of vulnerability. You're vulnerable, right? And it's shaken me to pieces. You're left basically in a state of, hopelessness. The only way out is the MOTB. But what we know, hey, when the elect reach into that corner, how Hashem Yeshua is gonna step in and set me up for his mark. But that the intentions of the rulers of the world, to set everyone up for their mark, But how Hashem Yeshua would be there to guide and protect his elect. Alright? That's why the Isaiah talks about there will not be the confusion, the trust in Egypt, gonna be, the shame. Because Egypt has nothing prepared, nothing good prepared for you. Right? So, hey, just keeping the fire burning. Hopefully this was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The man say Allah and the apostles of Great Millstone. Till the next Shalom.